Oh, damn it. Things we have to do. Oh, got to press a button. Oh, there it goes. No, didn't work. Let's try again. Oh, there you are. You've got to have your RGB, haven't you? Well, poor old Nigel Farage has been sidelined, he is, by the likes of, how do I put it, Elon Musk. Elon Musk has decided that his bromance with Nigel Farage is over. Is it temporary? We don't know. No, we don't. And let's turn it down, because it's probably way overpowering, isn't it? Anyway, let's get rid of that. Blimey, hasn't it all been happening today since Elon Musk, he tweeted he did. He was being nasty to old Nigel Farage. Yeah, he tweeted this. That. Oh, no, not that one. Oh, crikey. No, not that. Oh, here you go. My Gideon. Well, actually, this is a retweet by Nigel Farage. He says that was. Well, this is a surprise, he goes. Now, I have to give Nigel Farage his dues that he stuck to his guns. That he did. So let me just make it a bit bigger. I'm very unprepared, actually, because I had to sort out the wife's. She tried booking her for Ryanair because she wants to see the kids now, you see. And she's getting right on teas. Then it come to it, she's done it too soon. She's got to wait another a few more hours before she can actually do it. So that put me behind. So the Reform Party needs a new leader, said Elon Musk, and because Farage doesn't have what it takes. This is all though because of Tommy Robinson, and Elon Musk reckons Tommy Robinson should be freed from jail. No, you break the law and do it again and again and again. Well, then you go. It's as simple as that. You go to jail. There's victims involved, and one person in particular who was also mentioned in this so-called documentary film of Tommy Robinson. He's already had a silver case in his favour against Tommy Robinson. But yeah, look at this. So, well, this is a surprise. Elon is a remarkable individual, but on this, I'm afraid, I disagree. My view remains that Tommy Robinson is not right for reform, and I will never sell out my principles. Now, this got me thinking, right? This got me thinking that maybe, just maybe, the Reform Party is turning into UKIP. Now, when Nigel Farage had UKIP, right, Nigel Farage realised, hang on, this has gone a bit too far to the right, and we're never going to get into power like this. All right, so he bailed, didn't he? And in fact, he started his Brexit party, which then turned into the Reform Party Limited Company. Major shareholder of one man is in charge, and that is Nigel Farage. No matter what Elon Musk suggests, oh, we need a new leader. Chuck him out and get a new one. Yes, but you can't. Because Nigel Farage has the controlling share. They don't know chuck Nigel Farage out unless he wants to be chucked out, which wouldn't be chucked out, it means he'd be stepped down. And for how much I hate Nigel Farage, and I do hate him, I think he's an awful critter. Sorry, state of a human being, and but he's right on this one regarding Tommy Robinson. The party then is actually swinging further and further to the right because the members, the people that have been signed up to the Reform Party, a lot of them are the old UKIPers, and basically these so-called members or subscribers are actually just as bad as they were before when they were following UKIP with Nigel Farage. And then the funny though, when you have someone like Nigel Farage and he picks up all this popular vote and what have you, and oh no, I love Nigel. As soon as he does something that they disagree with, instead of having maybe reading between the lines and saying, hang on, maybe this isn't such a great idea, they jump on them, don't they? Who do they seem to agree with more or follow. But Elon Musk, they think he's the Messiah. You know, Vice President, or was it President elect Elon Musk? They think he's absolutely wonderful, and now they are attacking Nigel Farage. I thought it was quite funny because I was looking. I don't go on X generally. I just clicked the link from an article to take me to the post, and it did make me tickle a little bit. I have to admit when I saw this, and it's I thought whether it could happen to a nicer person. I thought you know it is. I'm just going to try and find. Is that one? There we go. I ain't got my chat up. That's a bit silly. I need to know who's there as well, don't we? Oh dear, I failed. Where's my live? There we go. Yes, I'm logged into the right channel. Thank you for that. I ain't got my chat up. That's a bit silly. I need to know who's there as well, don't we? Here we go. Oh dear, I'm Mark's biggest fan. And as you notice, we are in a different format. We are not doing vertical today. I'm going to try and do more of the horizontal formats as well as the vertical. So I'm a bit of a mix matched that way. Maybe I bring new people in on the verticals, but do my main live streams on horizontal as and when I can. So hello, Jeanette Carp, doing well, and Joel, hello there. Oh, Mad Monk 33. Oh, I bet it's going to be in the wrong place, isn't it? Oh, there you go, Mad Monk. There you go. You just make it a bit smaller there. Okay. Okay. That's you, Mad Monk. That's an early treat for it. It's a New Year's treat. It's the dancing baby. Ain't he lovely? Oh dear. Oh, Christ, what the hell am I doing? Moving everything about, I am. I don't even know if I'm actually in the frame. I am there now. There you go. So, oh dear. Top chat, put it onto live chat so I can see it. There we go. That's better. And let's just pop that out. So, like I said, I am a little bit unprepared because I had to do a lot of stuff on this computer because in this format that we're currently streaming in, I wasn't set up. Because I had to reload the machine a month ago. 2 months ago now, I think. And I've been live streaming the vertical format ever since. So, so all the horizontal stuff. Yeah, well, I've done quite a bit actually last 3 days doing this. It's been quite an interesting thing to do. It's good to learn. That is. Right, so up here we go. Oh, I've got 76 people. Hello, 76 people. I hope you're all very well. Hello, Joanne Gross. And Mark Sandstrom, Mark's biggest fan. Jacob Platt, hello there, good evening to you too. And Vertigo, and there we go. Frederick K. All the same, con men and grifters all beating each other up. They really are. And it just, Elon Musk, he's a strange individual, isn't he? He's got a very high opinion of himself, to the point he's he's so confident that he thinks nothing about treading on people's toes or being abusive. And effectively he's been abusive to worldly leaders such as the German Chancellor Schultz. And I think Schultz he responded and said, "Don't feed the troll," referring to Elon Musk. It's almost like Elon Musk is high off it. We know he's high as a kite most of the time, but it's like he gets off on it. It's like it's almost like it's an adrenaline rush for him. It's a drug, another drug. He likes to collect them. So that's my feeling about it, and it's just it's dangerous. He's a very dangerous man, and he's causing not just grief between himself and individuals, but also between countries as well. It's like, for instance, our special relationship with the United States is at risk because of Elon Musk. Since Elon Musk is being extremely offensive and dangerous to British politicians, in particular Jess Phillips. Whether you like her all over, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what Elon Musk done was wrong. It was just wrong. And basically said she should be in jail. And she hadn't been in this particular job for 6 months. So it's ridiculous. It's like so much misinformation. And Elon Musk hasn't got a clue what's going on. He's just jumping on headlines. The amount of flipping tweets he does, there's no way he knows the detail. He really doesn't. He just jumps on stuff. He's dangerous. He's really dangerous because he's riling up the masses. And when I look on Nigel Farage's post here, okay, got Elon Musk, and he said the Reform Party needs a new leader, which he can't change anyway unless he wants to. Now, this Emma Rock woman here says, focus on the true objective here. Labour and the globalists who are ruining the West they are. Like the WEF and UN. Oh, United Nations are they? Okay, and the WHO, they're doing it as well. They're all doing it. Ruining the West, yes. Wear a mask. Or something like that. Oh, and don't forget, yes, Soros, don't forget him. Yeah, where's my check? Yeah. Bill Gates, these actually, to be fair, people like Soros, Gates, they've got their own foundations and what have you. They've actually given a shitload of money away. And not enough, obviously, but they have done quite a lot of good, lot of philanthropy. I can't say that, but philanthropy, yeah, you know what I mean. Give money and stuff, does stuff. Now, you haven't always got to agree with them yet again, have you? They put something, they're evil. They're not as evil as these people. I tell you, they're evil. Elon Musk, he is the meanest of the lot. I was doing a video about I don't know if it's online yet. Basically about how much money they're given, and Elon Musk is about the smallest. He's done hardly anything for the amount of money that he's got. He's given very little back, very little. The Bill and Gates foundations, they've done masses, and people like Warren Buffett and what have you have also donated huge amounts of money. I think it's about 40 odd billion. Warren Buffett has donated to the Bill and Gates Foundation, and when I was doing fundraising for, I like my animals and stuff, and the RSPCA, when I was doing fundraising for them, we managed to get a couple of vans via that foundation. Also via we got another one through Enterprise as well. The car and van rental people. They've also got a foundation for charity, charitable work and what have you. It's an American company, and the guy he served on a ship called the Enterprise. Not that Enterprise, no. Crikey. The founder of Enterprise Car and Van Rental. It's quite big in the UK, but also in the United States. Obviously, that's where it originated. It was American. So, the fact is, there are some of these billionaires that have a little bit of a guilt complex, and they do something, but it's not enough because all the monies are going up and they're staying up there. These people have got too much money and they're hoarding it. Like certain individuals. To be fair to Bill Gates, he has said on more than one occasion, whether he does or not, we'll see. He said he's going to give away most of their wealth before they die. Maybe help people, I don't know, who need water. Teach them. Education, that's the key. It is always the key, isn't it? Learn how to do stuff. Now, a friend of ours, Dutch lass, and she's like a big Viking, she is. She's always seriously. She's tall, she's blonde, and she's strong as an ox. All right, and very beautiful woman. She is. She's lovely. She now lives in France, and she's first time we met her. She was on the next basically helped us in the garden and stuff like that, and doing little jobs around here. And then we fed and watered her, and that's good for her because she could use it while she's looking for. She was going to buy property here, so her and her boyfriend Johos, he was a Dutch Greek, and they bought a barn just down the road here, a place called Point Pugnu, which is the highest point in this area. And anyway, this particular lass, then she did a lot of charitable work. Okay, she went in Africa, the continent of Africa. I can't remember what country it was, but anyway, she was planting trees, and she was growing little trees and what have you from seed in basically rubbish that she's finding on the sides of the road. Because just I don't know why they don't pick their rubbish up, but it's everywhere. And she's picking this rubbish off the side of the road, whether it be bottles, bags, and stuff, putting soil in there, and then growing these trees on. And her and her companions, they basically created this forest, of all these young trees, thousands of trees they managed to plant that way. And while she was here, she was staying here. She had a message via WhatsApp with some pictures of that. The locals had burnt the forest. Can you imagine how disheartening that must have been? You built something up and it's just been ripped away, and you build something up for the benefit of the people. But do you know what they do? Where they, I don't know if it's common all over Africa, but anyway, there's I don't know, it's like some kind of little rat creature that lives in forests. And how do they capture these rats? What they do is they light a fire in the forest, and all the little rat things, they go down one end of the forest and then they capture them, but wipes out the forest. It's so short-sighted, it's unreal. So they need education. A lot of these tribal communities, what have you, they need some form of education. To make their lives better and be able to do it for themselves instead of just handouts. It just seems sensible to me. It's about foresight, isn't it? Look ahead. Instead of just looking at instead of mitigation, we want to have some kind of they need some sort of security to protect themselves, for protections away. So, hi, clog dancer. Who's clog? Oh, hello, clog dancer. Did I hear the boy mentioned in this to him like a fiddle, playing him like a fiddle? The boy mentioned in this with Elon playing him like a fiddle. Probably. Elon does like to play his fiddles, and he plays everyone like a fiddle. But I don't know if actually he is. I don't think Elon's as bright as he thinks he is. I think he's extremely reactive, and because over a period of time, people have portrayed him as some kind of genius. Oh, he's built all these rockets, done this, done that. He hasn't. He didn't build Tesla or something. Basically, what it is, he creates he hopes. He hypes stuff up. He's hyped himself up. And he has said some stuff in the past, what have you, when he's been interviewed, and that's been very interesting. And I think, okay, thought-provoking. But it seems like to me it's gone more and more down the old, drugs. He's admitted to ketamine, we know about that. But friends of his have actually exposed him for LSD and cocaine, to the point of actually offering them somewhere to rehab. So, it's Buddha boy. I've done the Buddha boy. But we'll see. Well, it's we'll see what happens around the corner, because at the moment it's all looking a little bit pear-shaped for Nigel Farage and the Reform Party, because obviously Nigel Farage was all very happy, wasn't he? He's going to get his $100 million, yeah, for the Reform Party, to the point of actually setting up a company. Now, I haven't actually got this up on there. What I'll do, I'll quickly get that up for you. But there's a company. So if I go into Company's House, and if I find company information, start now. There we go. I'm starting. Quite XAI. I think it is X.AI. I think that's right. X.AI London. That's right, London. See if it comes up. Oh, what was that? What's happened? Wasn't I not typing? Oh, there it is. Right. Now, on first impressions, when you look at this, you think there's company here, because if you didn't no, there are rules regarding donations for political parties in the United Kingdom which need to be toughened up big time. I don't think it's even going to happen though, unless they kiss and make up. I don't know. But if we look at the people involved with this, and then we look at this, the first thing you look at is, the officers. Birchall or Jared Birchall, and if you think, okay, Jared Birchall's the director. Generally speaking, with a limited company, you must have at least one secretary and one director, and usually the directors are as in the officers, are listed. If you've got, or you can have two directors, or one director and one secretary. This bare minimum. You can have as many directors as you like, basically. At limited companies, and the thing you've got to look at is persons with significant control. So trying to keep within the law of having a limited company, because obviously there's rules, and the person obviously in this case who is significant, the biggest bank balance, is Mr. Elon Musk, and this company has just literally been on the 12th of December. It was formed last year, so it's a few weeks old. So this company could have been used. We don't know for certain, but it just seems a bit odd. This basically is formed at a similar time to the suggestion that Elon Musk was going to be donating this money. And this was one way of doing it. You can't just hand it straight into the party because obviously the donation is going to be too large. And obviously from a foreign entity. That's the main thing, from a foreign entity. We need a cap limit because 100 million, that's ridiculous. Why does any political party need that much? There should be a limit set. Maybe it's set on. No, it should be set actually across the board. It's a bit like football. You think about football, and it's like, oh yeah, who's the? It's not really a game then, is it? It's not a game. It's capitalism in the game. It's just wrong. I want to see him with tall socks and long shorts. That's what I want to see. To the good old days. Anyway, let's just make me a little bit darker. I look a bit washed out. I'm trying to sort my lighting out here. It's really difficult. Lighting's one of the worst things to deal with. It really is. Right. So back into the chat. Oh, they've got 209 people here on a horizontal. That's unusual for me. So I do hope everyone's having a lovely New Year, and you made your New Year's resolutions and what have you. I was trying to think of some for myself, and one is the most common one of all: lose weight. Since I've been taking this flipping medication, I just put on so much weight. I really have. I need to move more. Oh, dear me. Look away, Mad Monk, look away. There we go. Right. Have we got timestamps on there? We have. Hey, Mark's biggest fan. People shouldn't donate ever. By the way, I'm using this donation to ask you to turn off slow mode. Have I got slow mode on, have I? Oh, quick, how do I do that? I'd have to go into here, wouldn't I? I think I can do it here. Close it off there. I think it's only on 5 seconds, if I remember rightly. Can I change the slow mode? Customization. Oh, yes, it is. I've turned it off. Save. Done. Done. Ah. Now I've got some stout, which has gone a bit flat. But the thing is, though, if a party didn't have donations, who's going to pay for it? Is it going to be paid by the state? Because someone's going to have to pay for this. You can't have a political party running on nothing. It's never going to work, is it? So they're going to have some money. So either it's set by the state and paid by the state, or you set the limit of donations. I think dresses are fine, though. Little red dresses especially. Mr. Kerstarmer. 69 in the live chat. Yay. And 222 people watching at the minute, which is pretty darn good, actually. That's unusual for me. So, like I say, hope you all made your New Year's resolutions. What have you promised yourself this year? Leave it in the chat. It's off now, or shorts. Nice one. Yeah, I just turned it off. It's no longer slow pokes. Yep, done that. Nice one. Thank you. I've got drink more and smoke more, and so far I'm doing very well. My New Year's resolution: drink more stout. That's what I'm going to do. Drink more stout and collect big glasses. I need a yard arm or something. What's the German beer glass? The big one. They call that big old thing, the German beer glass. This is a pint. This is, it looks bigger than it is. It's the camera. Okay, and I'm actually skinny as well, by the way. You know, I'm not fat. No, I'm really thin. It's the camera, it just draws things out of proportion. Yeah, just so you know. There we go. Hello, Gingers. I hope you're well. And comic politic, Musk has seen that you can have a limited company in the UK and become a political party. He's going to replace Reform and install Wayne King as its leader. Oh, dear me, hope not. Yeah, that seems a little bit wrong. Don't you think that's a bit odd? You're supposed to be voting for somebody, okay? To be the leader of a country, yet you've got no way. The party itself, or the members, have no way of voting for new leader. They got no 57 letters or anything like that. No, 1922 committee or anything like that. No, there's no way of getting rid of them. So you're stuck with them. It feels a little bit wrong. Not exactly democratic. And they've been Nigel Farage going on about the European Union and saying, unelected bureaucrats, he said. He stood up there, didn't he? Yeah, and while the guy behind him held up paper behind him saying he's lying with an arrow. Yeah. It's just the hypocrisy of these people. The lot of them. Elon Musk, Nigel Farage, Tommy Robinson. That man is he's so angry all the while about everything. And it beggars belief why people follow this geese, you know?
So before people get on quick,
I find that sort of thing quite hard to understand.
That anger is justified.
People buy
Stop
into these things. Why haven't I got no audio?
Get them out of them hotels. Get them gone. Put them on boats and send them back. Okay? They shouldn't be here. So that anger you're seeing, and that's before people condemn them.
Do you find it a little bit
Don't call
odd?
them hooligans.
You know, and if we go back onto this
Are you like a crazy person?
Twitter post. Focus on the true objectives. Labour the globalists who are ruining the West. And all that crap. So Elon and Nigel, regroup, focus. You've got this. Whether you want to help Tommy Robinson or not, you'll help anyway, and those that support him as well by focusing on the bigger picture. Keep doing what you're doing. Play it cool. Be James Bond. And there she is. She's a nutter. I'm not playing the whole thing, obviously, but
today I haven't been on social much.
Oh no, okay.
Been out sledging.
Sledging.
And but I have seen just briefly a lot of angst and emotion coming out, and I think I've had lots of lessons over the last year of when something really gets you in the gut and you have a visceral or emotional reaction. It's good for you to just take a minute, step back, just even turn off your phone for the rest of the afternoon and just kind of get your grounding and
get
come back together again. And with Elon and Nigel and so many other people, again, I've not put a lot of focus into, I haven't read lots, but people are seemingly using a lot of energy and time bickering and arguing amongst each other, when right now Labour are on the ropes, like they are on their last legs already and they are feeling the punches. So it's almost like you're literally there, and you've then turned around and you're then focusing on your friend and taking out your angst on them.
She's gone quiet. Why is she gone quiet?
Focus on the bigger picture. And I don't know Tommy, but he's done a lot of good stuff in terms of bringing awareness to problems that we have in this country. I don't really know enough about his situation, but to me it seems extreme to prison him for something that's not violent, and really, again, in my opinion, it's just not worthy of being put into jail, especially solitary confinement. And
got no TV.
You know, their pattern with him is to go to the extremes, and I think that is quite outrageous. And other people, when we're letting out real criminals and ignoring real crime. But I would think he would not want people that essentially are on his side, which, however, Nigel doesn't want to admit it, he is on that same side, fighting for the same common purpose.
Really?
And to literally switch gears and start fighting each other when so much energy and advancement has been done recently in showing the utter ineptitude and diabolical, disgraceful, quite treacherous behaviour of this current government.
What a load of bollocks. Why is it treacherous? Explain, woman. Why is it treacherous behaviour? Now, I'm no lover of Islam, I'm no lover of the Labour Party, really, I'm absolutely honest about it. But at the end of the day, they've been handed the worst plate ever. There's not even crumbs on it, you know? And it's never going to improve without some real drastic action. And like my grandmother, or my grandfather used to say, oh, look after the pennies and the pounds will look after themselves, son. And, you know, cause people seem to say whenever, it's only saving 10 billion here and 5 billion there. But it adds up, doesn't it? You know, before you know it, you got 20, 30 billion. And you made your 20-odd billion black hole. But the thing is, though, these people are literally imploding on Nigel Farage. This is Nigel Farage's post, right? Nigel Farage, there he is. And if we come down past this crazy woman... Well said, Emma. I hope Nigel and Elon listen to this. Why? Why would they? This might be the most pathetic thing I've ever seen on X, practically begging a millionaire city boy and the richest man on earth to be friends so your far-right dreams can come true. Yes, I don't know what happened to the world, but people just ain't thinking anymore. You just noticed, have you? Blimey, the sincerity went wrong back in 2016. Not just, you know, I think maybe it was some kind of storm, like a meteor storm or something. Electrical storm. Maybe it was the solar flares that caused this brain warp back in 2016. We had the Trump and we had the Brexit. And then it must have struck again back in 2019 when we got Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson in play. Now, that wasn't very helpful either. Although, I have to admit, Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson was, he was right regarding Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is clearly out of his mind.
He is, yes. Donald Trump is clearly out of his mind. Oh, dear. So it goes on. Oh. Well, I agree with your call for unity, not division. I wouldn't be so eager to trust Elon Musk if I were you. As the Bible... Oh, God, there we go. Evangelical. As the Bible warns, beware of false prophets. That's actually very true, to be fair. Elon Musk, like I said, has got a very high opinion of himself. He thinks he is the Messiah. He really does. But he's not. He's just a naughty little boy. That's what he is. So, no, well, don't trust Elon Musk. I certainly don't trust those car bombs, no. They call them Teslas, I think that's what they call them. Oh my God, the seat's gone down. Let's go back again. So, anyway. If I come back up again. On there. If we go back to Nigel Farage's post, this Liam Tufskies, he says, admit it that you've made a mistake, apologise, you suck up to him, kiss his chocolate starfish or something, yes, apologise to Elon for patronising him. I don't know how you patronised him, anyway, stop slamming Tommy unnecessarily, address the nation, show some appreciation for working class Britain, drop the political snobbery, and make a start at repairing the division. Easy, if you genuinely care. Now, what gets me about this is Nigel Farage, not that long ago, he said that he's like young Brits or like the young British like a British version of Andrew Tate for the young Brits in the UK. I don't know how he worked that out. I don't know. Has anyone seen Nigel Farage working out recently? Because I haven't. No. Quite frankly. Oh dear, these people, they're just unreal. They really are unreal. And they're not getting any better. But, let's be honest. Whatever your thing.
Nigel's a model, you know what I mean, and he does his little turn on the catwalk. On the catwalk, yeah, he does his little turn on the catwalk. Get him off, Nigel. I'm too sexy for my cat, too sexy for my cat. Poor pussy, poor pussy cat. Oh, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me.
It's too close.
But new.
Oh, blimey. Anyway, back into the chat. You know what? I ought to bring a chat window up, don't I? That's what I need to do. I haven't done that yet, so I will stick the chat into the chat window, wherever it may be. It must be that one. That is the one. I'm sorry, I haven't done it black. I need to sort that out. Oh, damn it. What am I like? What am I like? I haven't gotten there over yet. Oh, dear. All my stream deck is all... what's it? What's going on there? So I need the chat... which is totally the wrong. Oh god! What am I gonna do? I need to find my end. Not that end, no. That's it. There. And there it is. I found it. Formatting's all off because I was using it in the vertical format. There we go. Let's chat a bit hard so we can see what's going on. Hello, my darling. You're going to bed. Yeah, I'm live now. Yeah, I'm not dead. Not yet. I don't need doggy biscuit. Is that for the doggies? Yeah, we've got the chat up now. That's good.
Where'd you go?
Well, I suppose over here. My favourite. Yeah, walk for the doggies. Okay. Anyway, where were we? Where's the chat again? So. Here we go. Got 332 people there. Hello there, 332 people. Lovely to see you joining us today. Don't forget, if you want to get noticed in the chat, there is the super chat if you want to do that. But also, we do check the chat quite regularly anyway, to be fair. But yeah, please leave a comment down below in the chat thing. It did there. What do you think about all this? About Tommy Robinson? Do you think Tommy Robinson should be let out of jail? Do you think he should be keel-hauled? What? Keel-hauled? Or scuppered? Or... I don't know. Waterboarded? Whatever. Maybe. Whatever you're into. I'm not condoning it. Don't get the wrong idea. Jack, don't do it. Hello there, Jack. Don't do it. My eyes. I know. I got it in flippin' white mode. It should be black. I know. I will sort it out later. Hello, one angry pagan. I see what I see. I don't understand what that meant. 91 in live chat. So, can we at least get 50 odd likes? Oh, yes, don't forget to boot the old like button. It helps, apparently, so I'm told. So, the world flipped on its axis. Yes, no, darling. This is my dear wife. People said she gave me a kiss. Oh. Oh. She is. She's going to the UK to see the brats. I mean the children, and the grandchildren. Yeah, we've got to see the grandchildren, haven't you? Yeah. Yeah. I try and stay here as much as I can. I know, terrible, aren't I? Yeah. They were here not that long ago. I've got some grandchildren here.
Why do you have one grandchild that you've only seen once when she was about a baby? She's 4 this year.
Which one's that? Emily. I see her all the time. Online.
I think sometimes.
Oh. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll attack some Brexiters or something. Okay, yeah.
You can take your channel there.
I'll take my channel. Are you allowed to do that? Will I get past customs?
Marcus did some live streaming in
Oh, Weatherspoons. How do you think Brexit is going? Stick a microphone in their face. Do some Luke Beasley on them. Anyway, where was I? I was in the chat when I was on that chat. There we go. Oh, rudely interrupted, making me blush. She's an early bird, that one. So, the stream just went X-rated. Very good. Oh dear. Not Garen. The Martyrs will be alone. This means a lot of live streams probably, and a lot of videos I'm going to be doing. I've got so much to do. I've got to catch up with my other channel as well, the Wally Bra Woodworking channel. So I've got a lot to do on there. Because I haven't streamed or done much on there recently. To be honest, it's been an absolute mess in there. And also my laser room or lab, whatever you like to call it, from my other channel as well. So I've got to be very, very, very busy. So I don't think I'll be doing any home improvements. No. So, what did I just tune into? Hello there. Well, basically, this is a channel for common sense. I think it's common sense anyway. Instead of like this madness that we're having thrown in our faces at the moment, in the sense of Elon Musk being overly involved in foreign politics, and it's getting out of hand. And the way he's behaving is certainly out of hand. And he should not. No one should be tweeting the stuff like Elon Musk is doing. We've had in the United Kingdom, we've had some pretty serious situations, such as Joe Cox who got stabbed. We had that was politically motivated by some nutcase who stabbed her in the street because she's she was Labour and what have you. Because she's Labour, because she was anti-Brexit. There's so much hatred. This, we've got Nigel Farage with his flipping breaking point posters and his rhetoric back then. He seems to calm down a little bit at the moment. No, I don't mean to say he's going to stay at that point. He just knows what he needs to do to gain more support. But people have got short memories. That snake oil salesman, especially the farmers, they clearly got very short memories because, quite frankly, Nigel Farage screwed them over. And they cheer him for some reason, like he's the Messiah. But no, he's definitely a very naughty little snake oil salesman. And we've got Amos as well. He got stabbed in surgery. So surgeries are basically where people can come and talk to your MP and what have you and ask them questions. And, can you do this for us or do that for us? And he got stabbed. And this is far right aggressive behaviour, radicalised behaviour. And some people are self-radicalised, they don't necessarily form any kind of religion or any or follow any kind of group like ISIS or something like that necessarily. Sometimes it's just self-radicalised. It's just pure, intense hate inside. And then Jess Phillips tweets been spread by Elon Musk where he wrote them, such as she'll be in jail and what have you, and she's a rape gang sympathiser and stuff like that. I mean, the usual sort of crap they expect from Elon Musk, but it's dangerous. And it's irresponsible. And unfortunately, some people think he's right, and the way he's behaving is the way to do it. No, it's not. It's really not. No, and that's not been left or right wing. Even right wing people are frowning against it. These are extremists. These are extremists who think that Elon Musk is right on these accounts, and he's not. He's not right. It's dangerous behaviour, and people get hurt. If it was, I don't know, let's say for someone on the extreme left, what have you, was doing the same sort of thing, well, the crikey, they'd be up in arms, wouldn't they? They'd be up in arms. It's the hypocrisy is just unreal. It really is. But I don't think anytime soon we're going to get past this. If anything, it's going to get worse for the near future. And all we can do is keep pointing out the obvious. It's obvious to us, but to them, it's not always obvious. It's like they're kind of closed off to it. Blinkered, I suppose. They've got sort of tunnel vision. And they don't necessarily want to. It's either that or they just don't want to accept that they were wrong on something. Like this belief that because they've followed it so deeply and so intensely for a relatively long period of time, and the people that they followed and they believe in, like the Elon Musk and Nigel Farage and all them lot, Boris Johnson, whoever it might be, Swella Braverman, even though she's having a bit of trouble with her geography recently. God's sake. Anyway, these kind of people, and they don't want to be told that they're wrong, and it takes quite a lot for someone to admit their mistakes. It really does. If you're that intense in your beliefs, it's very hard to get people to admit their mistakes. Oh, cheers, Alistair. Maybe if I put that one... Oh, that's another option, Oh, hang on, just a second. I might just be able to do something here. Instead of that one, what if I pop that one out? Don't worry, nothing rude's happening here. Nothing rude. Because I got this, okay. And then I'll change this. And then I'll bring that one over there. And click on that one instead. And do that. There you go, in black though. That's a different live chat. But it's the same live chat, but on a different page. Which happens to be on my YouTube studio page. And let's just make it a little bit bigger. So we actually see what the words say. Because even though I'm struggling there. That'll do that, right? Maybe a bit. Yeah, that'll do. We're there. Oh, thanks, Alistair. Cheers, buddy. I'm on top chat there. That one wasn't top chat. So there you go. Let's go live chat. I'm on live chat on that one now. Was that live chat or was it top chat on that one? Oh, it was top chat. Oh, what a fool. Clog dancing. Okay, now let's make sure that's got timestamps on. There we go. There we go. Just 22:19. Okay. Which one is Piggy? That would be David Cameron. Yeah, there's a story. I don't even realise this, but there's a story about David Cameron. Apparently, he had it away with a pig. Yeah, I don't know how much truth is in it, but apparently he had it away with a pig. David Cameron, the UK Prime Minister, had his... okay, he was knee-deep. Knee-deep, or was he waist-deep? No, waist-deep. Was he? Anyway, deep in a pig. Apparently, I don't know. Something went on there. Whether there's any truth or not, we don't know. But that was the story. With a pig. I have to tell you a story, actually. He's come back on the train. All right. I'm going across all the fields and that. We saw a geezer. I don't know if it's a farmer or what he was. And he was having his way with a sheep. A mouton. Yeah. It's not every day you see that, is it? In a field. This was on from Great Yarmouth to Norwich. Yeah. Balls deep, that's the one. Yeah, it's got to be balls deep, isn't it? Yeah, something like this. What's this?
I am a woman and I don't have balls.
No, you don't, don't you, Alex Phillips? Okay. I should hope not. Blimey. Piggy head with his todger. That's probably about right. Mussolini is just accumulating indictments in indictments in the EU. So sooner or later, his business and even him will suffer the consequences. Yeah, there's you've got the Digital Act and what have you. There's a lot going on with that at the moment. It's like Google itself. I don't know if you noticed your Google searches, but they're changing or they're already changed. Now, Google's got quite a monopoly, as you know. It's the whole ecosystem of the Google system. So one part of it, such as your maps, the Google Maps, has been separated. For instance, if you do a search for something in Google Maps, in Google, and like I don't know, restaurant or something like that, the map portion don't show up anymore. So that's one of the things that had to be done. I don't know why that was relevant. I think it's due to monopoly and all that sort of stuff, but because they have got one hell of a monopoly, haven't they, regarding searches. But that is going to dwindle somewhat because a lot of people turn to AI now, but ChatGPT for searches. Because as their models become stronger, they're collecting the data and what have you, regarding AI data, they become more and more accurate. So some people just put, I need to know, and it comes up with an answer, and it's generally fairly good. And it's very useful. It's very useful. Now, I did a bit of experiment the other day. I was doing some searches on ChatGPT, yesterday actually, on ChatGPT. And when I wanted to know something about Donald Trump and why he's so hateful and stuff like that, it wouldn't actually. It just shut off basically. It just gave me check these links, blah 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 blah. Didn't really give me an answer. But when I did it on another politician, in this case, it was because I did it on several. What's the one I come up with? I went. Boris Johnson. It brought down this side. I'm just wondering whether or not that since the ring has been kissed, including the guy who runs CEO of ChatGPT, has also kissed the ring. So I'm wondering whether or not there's something being tweaked there, just like Jeff Bezos and his Washington Post, and that cartoon by Anne Tulsi. I can't remember. But anyway, there was a particular piece of artwork, a cartoon depicting Donald Trump on, like a statue, and they're basically giving the knee to Donald Trump and kissing his feet and God knows what else, or kissing the base of the statue. And anyway, this particular paper is owned by Jeff Bezos. There's Jeff Bezos there, Mark Zuckerberg, Disney, and whatever, all kissing this, statue. Excuse me. And it was quite funny to see. It was quite funny to see, but there also is a realisation of the control. Because these people are total hypocrites. They go on about freedom of speech and what have you, but as soon as it's on their own platforms, they kick off. Elon Musk, he is very keen and very quick to silence people. He is literally, all right, he announced the other day that he's actually, they've upped the algorithm, or done something with the algorithm, which will punish people who do not promote love, or so to speak. Positive news and stuff. They don't promote positive news. But what you see, the thing is, what is their idea of positive news? If you're on the right and something, I don't know, right-wing politics is, you've won something or something in your favour, well, then you're going to be happy. It's positive to you. But then on the left, well, they're not going to be particularly positive about it, are they? So it's just, it doesn't make any sense. Got a tickle now. Blimey. So, like I say, it has all been kicking off. Now, let's, if you look at, say, for instance, don't feed the troll. Was this some kind of, I don't know, Blondie cover or something with Elon Musk? I'm sure I've got that record somewhere. The black white stripes. So don't feed the troll. The German Chancellor responds to Elon Musk's comments. Blimey, tickle. So yes, Elon Musk, the world's richest man, apparently, probably Putin, but there you go, has been voicing support for Germany's far-right AfD. That's the Alternative for Germany party. But it's far-right, they're like neo-Nazis. I mean, they're pretty seriously bad. And they've been gaining a lot of ground. That they have. Now, the German Chancellor, Olaf Scholz, was asked in an interview about the barrage of insults being directed at him, just like Elon Musk has been doing with British politicians, by Elon Musk, and his reply was, don't feed the troll. Don't feed the troll. It's kind of what I'm doing at the moment, isn't it? Am I feeding the troll? Because they love all this stuff, don't they? They love all this negativity. Elon Musk has already said he's going to be suing people who, outlets regarding that blooming car bomb. Well, actually, it was a terrorist in the end, or someone who was extremely depressed. So, I haven't read the complete news. I want to know what the report is first before we do another video on that, because it was fireworks and other incendiary devices in the back of that crappy old truck, this Tesla Cybertruck, outside Trump International Hotel. And to me, it feels a bit odd, because if you were planning to do something like that and make a real big statement, the only statement he made already was the fact that he committed suicide. That was the statement. no damage was done because of the shape of the buck and what have you, and basically the explosion goes up, you know. And the police, I don't know if you heard the police, they were like really bigging it up, really bigging up the Cybertruck, the buck is really strong, and all this rubbish. Well, not be funny, most trucks have a nice solid steel buck, you know, on the back of these trucks. It's going to be the same difference. You're not going to burn through that in a hurry. So, speaking to the German Weekly Stern, Schultz described the criticisms as nothing new, and you have to stay cool. He said in an interview, as social democrats, we have been used to the fact that there are rich media entrepreneurs who do not appreciate social democratic politics and do not hide their opinions. He said that it would make no efforts to engage with Musk, whereas Wes Streeting yesterday was sucking up to him. I thought that was a bit weird. This war, not quite so much. Now, he said that he would make no efforts to engage with Musk and endorse who has endorsed the far-right alternative for Deutschland in next month's federal elections, and will host live discussions on his social media platform X with the candidate for Chancellor, Alice Weidel. That's of the AfD, she is. And I don't believe in courting Mr. Musk's favour. I'm happy to leave that to others, he said. The rule is don't feed the troll. There's a lot of truth in that, let's be honest. Now I've got little doggies here now. They want a treat. Oh, God. What are they like? Oh, crikey, got both up. What's going on here? Is that one there? That one there, that's it. And what's that one? Okay, and then that one. There we go. So, can you see a little doggy? Oh, that's Sebastian dog. That one is. He's like my therapy dog. He gives me big cuddles since I lost my Wally. Oh, don't worry. Can't see it. She won't jump up. She's got a bad hip. Right. So let's just check the chat again. Hello, Andrew Evans. Hope you're well. Well done to Germany, I would say. So that's the way you're supposed to behave. If you've got idiots, you ignore them, I suppose. I know I haven't, but maybe I'm an idiot. There you go. Uncontrolled immigration is feeding the trolls, not Elon Musk. Uncontrolled immigration is feeding the trolls. I suppose you've got a point there to a degree. Depends what you mean by uncontrolled immigration when you've got a country that's in dire need of people. Whether it be the United States or the United Kingdom and the EU. We've really got a lack of people willing to do those kind of jobs. And you can't force people to do work. Now, I've employed people. I've had all sorts of people, I'll tell you. Really good people and other people, my God, I don't want them. They're gone, you know. You can't force employers to employ the unemployables and deplorables, because there's plenty of them out there. You just can't, you know. And I know we've done the H-1B visas in the United States and what have you. There's a lot of they are abused by employers such as Elon Musk and what have you, because at the end of the day they can pay him less money because there isn't really a minimum wage, and a minimum wage that's even worth mentioning in the United States. It's $7.15 in the United States. A minimum wage has not been increased for 15 years. They can't bang their heads together and deal with it. They just don't want to, because a lot of these people in the Senate, whatever, they're all flipping corporations, or involved in corporations themselves. So and we've got similar problems in the United Kingdom. Those people that got the things in the buys, and it's too many of them. Too many of them are involved, or they're lobbied not to have progressive policies. So all these incidents are done by the red hats these days. It seems that way. There are people on the left who aren't particularly, especially on the far left. They can be pretty aggressive, and we tend to fight amongst ourselves as well. I'd say I'm more sort of left to centre myself. I would like to see some kind. If you've got some, I can't see us ever moving away from capitalism. I just can't see it happening. But I would like to see some sort of hybrid evolve, where the greed part of it is kind of sidelined somewhat, a bit like what's done in the 1930s, with the New Deal. So it's a way of actually making sure or getting that money to distribute. whether it be in taxation or other ways. Maybe not to tax corporations so much, but tax the shareholder on the shares, on the payouts. Tax them. I don't know. It's a difficult one because everything's so nuanced, isn't it? And it's complicated, and there's a lot of. You do one thing and something else affected. Oh, I didn't realise that. That's affected. How's that affected by that? You know, and you think, it's complicated. And people like myself and others, we really do not know how complicated it really is. And these people with the little red hats, they certainly don't. Or the Brexiters. So I would like to see done through legislation where with laws and what have you that encourage the rich to spend the money or force them to spend the money or to tax them. Tax the rich, but not to discourage them to the point of I'll sod this, I'm out here necessarily. But make them feel that they're actually doing good. Make them start. Hopefully, it would be. I know it's not going to happen because greed takes over. But wouldn't it be nice if people who had that amount of money had built up businesses like that and thought there was more to life than just swanning around in jets and drinking the most expensive this, that, and the other, and the most expensive jewelry, the most expensive clothes. That's more to life than that. More people like Keanu Reeves, or whatever, he still goes around in just basic jeans, There's got to be more to it than what they're doing. That's not really life, is it? I think that's a little bit desperate. I mean, wouldn't it make you feel a lot better about yourself if you could help people, do some good? And if you're egotistical, well then it must be right up your street, because people love you. If you're narcissistic, people love you. Help others, and you can be even more narcissistic, right? We don't care because you're doing good. It's all these greedy buggers out there, narcissistic, sociopathic individuals who got crazy amounts of money and they don't see the value in other people. And not just in our country. United States, again, or in the EU, what have you, in Europe. No. Everywhere. When you got someone like Elon Musk, worth 370 odd billion or whatever it might be, crazy amounts of money, can you imagine the good they could do? World hunger would be over, wouldn't it? I'm just going to let my dog out. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? I know it's not going to happen. Oh, so did I miss something? I do apologise. Oh, that's something I haven't got turned on. What about the... I haven't got a notification coming up. Oh, because it's not on there. I need to do that. Okay, that's probably why I didn't see it. Thank you. Have I got a super chat? Alistair, tablets sold to the Western world have a AI bot. That's a bot. Oh, is it bot? Oh, you mean ByteDance? ByteDance. Same people with TikTok, isn't it? The one that CCP control. And China Show did a video on bias to the CC. Oh, crikey, did they? Well, I think it's on. It's probably the same day as the inauguration, but anyway, the law that was passed in the United States regarding TikTok, forcing it to, which ByteDance, which owns TikTok, forcing it to sell TikTok in the United States or get shut down. But Trump is saying, "Oh no, we're not going to do that." Or, I like TikTok because we managed to reach a lot more people. Me. Right. So that was yeah. So I think it's going to carry on in the United States, but it should, because it passed through as a law in the United States, and it's supposed to shut down. But whether that actually happens or not, we'll see. We've got Donald Trump coming in. He's a bit of a bull in a china shop, isn't he? Let's say the least. Be tariffs everywhere, and we're all going to be better off because they're going to pay the tariffs, not us. Well, it'll be us. Well, actually, no, sort of it will be. Because anyway. American citizens' food and everything is going to go up in price if it's been imported into the United States. And then it'll create excessive demand on alternative products, which will also push the price of them up. This is how it is, supply and demand. So, yeah, CCP, yes, CCP. Is it, all right, this is the one for the chat. Is it the Chinese Communist Party, or is it the People's Party of China? People's Party of China or something? No. The Chinese... Oh my idiot, the Communist People's... Oh, I don't know. A CPC or something, I don't know. Some other acronym. Can't remember now. Maybe someone help me. Hey, Andrew Pagg, cheers, buddy. As I said before, we won't see drastic change until we see real global catastrophic event like World War III. Or geological event, or evolutionary history shows us this. Well, we've seen geological events already, aren't we? Angry Pagan. And also, we're talking about catastrophic events like World War III. It won't be fought the way we think it's going to be fought. Will it be nuclear? I very much doubt it, but it's definitely going to be drone. And look, Ukraine, what Ukraine's achieved, they've still, the likelihood of them winning is pretty slim still, but, when you consider what they have achieved with domestic drones and developing their own full-blown drones and also developing ballistics now as well, it's amazing what they've achieved through necessity because they have to. It's when people are pushed in the corner, they have to fight back, don't they? And when you have an adversary like Russia, who, whatever way you look at it, they have got a massive arsenal there and a very large army, even though they keep getting North Koreans. They'll be our cannon fodder, then we won't upset the American mothers and fathers so much, and then maybe you'll vote for me again. You know how it goes. Yeah, well, that vote probably isn't even, how to put it, legit. There we come. Yeah, I've done that nice. So, it's a pity that this Mush Farage pantomime takes away from the 20 councillors mass resigning. Yes, there's a lot been resigning from the Labour Party because they're not very happy with Labour's policies. But the thing is, people voted for reform, for change. Reform as change, okay? Not Reform Party. But, they voted for change in the United Kingdom. Like, people who vote for Donald Trump, they think they're going to get change. They're going to get much of the same, but worse. Actually, no, they're going to get a lot worse. In fact, it's look pretty dire. In fact, your healthcare is going to be buggered. Obamacare and Affordable Care Act is the same thing, after all. Okay, I know, we'll nickname it after a black man, and then they'll all hate it. And they won't realise that it's actually the Affordable Care Act. And they did. That's what's happened. And now there's a lot of people out there in the United States who are, what? I didn't, no, Obamacare. No, not Affordable Care. No, because we benefit from that. Not the Obamacare. No. Yeah, they fell for it. It beggars belief, really, how ill-informed people are. And I also feel that maybe there's a possibility that a lot of the people who have voted in the last few elections, like for instance 2016, and obviously Donald Trump again, are the kind of people who had never voted before, but as soon as they saw Donald Trump, I think I'm going to vote. He's like us, he is. Yes, that elite geezer, all right, with all that money, and he calls you idiots. Yeah, apparently he's one of you. That makes no sense. But they fell for it. But if you look at Donald Trump's book, The Art of the Deal, for instance, it explains in there that you win people over by lying. But actually in the book, he actually said you can't keep telling these lies, what have you, because then it won't trust you anymore. But what he's learnt more recently, he can say absolutely anything he likes, and they still suck up to him. It beggars belief. It really does. He can say it direct. He did say it directly to their faces that they're stupid. Effectively, he told them that I don't, I just need your vote. I don't care about you. I just need your vote. Are they not listening? It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible where we are politically at the moment. It's crazy. And I do wonder where we go from here. What do we do to change this? Because I don't actually think there's much we can do. Now, maybe when Donald Trump becomes the president of the United States, because he's president-elect at the moment, or he's behaving like he's president, but there you go, or was it Elon Musk? Anyway, there he is. Is he going to make things so much worse it cannot be ignored? Is he going to really bugger things up to the point that the American people, the people who are voting for him, are in such a bad way, financially, and whether or not they can feed the kids and feed the kids and what have you? Is it going to be a case of that's the only time when they're actually going to realise, hang on, there's something that isn't right, or maybe I've made a mistake? Or will they still support him? How many bloody pairs of glasses do I own? Probably as many pairs of glasses as hats. These are quite old, actually. Sebastian, what's up? Do you want a wee-wee? Do you want a toilet? Crazy dog. He's absolutely... Yeah, what's up? Or do you want cuddle? I'll do it for a little bit. Come on. Up you go. Do a cuddle. No? I can't get you there, can I? I don't know. Oh, he does. Oh, come on then. Oh, blimey. Ah! Here he is. Oh, and door starts knocking at the door. I'm going to have to put you down. Right? Okay, what we'll do is we'll check the chat. Right, so I can't really do much else with you. On my lap like so. There we go. Labour in this, guys, will never listen. Unfortunately not. Oh, your eyes. What's that making your eyes? You've got sleep in your eyes. Your eyes been watering. Right, so... I love the poorly educated, said Dumpy. He did. So I love the poorly educated. And is it... I'm never going to be able to get over that. How people actually fell for that. Or accepted it. Phil Miller. Oh, Phil Hill, sorry. It's gorgeous. Yeah, he is gorgeous. Oh, quite, you're wiggling now. Oh, Pandora's already come in. She's opened the door herself. That's very helpful in this weather. In terms of geological events, says one angry pagan. We've seen nothing yet. And what we have... Oh my God, it's all jumping up. Sorry, I can't... This is not helpful, Bear. Sebastian, that's not helpful. No. Huh? Do we go down? Okay, there you go. You have a treat. Now you covered me in fair. Right, here we go. These dogs, eh? Sebastian. There we go. Watch it. Mark out your eyes. Your eyes are watering. Right. Oh, there. Yeah, he's a lovely little boy, Spazzy. He's a right dopey old thing as well. And he's been my therapy dog recently. He's been really cuddly. Yeah, he's no pup. He's 13 and a half. So he's got no grey on as yet, but I think he's getting stupider as he gets older. I think he's losing his mind. I'm not sure, he's a crazy thing. But he does like cuddle. And that's down to my daughter, because she's the one who brought him up, basically. She used to walk around with him in a coat when he was a puppy. And he's a Dalmatian Labrador cross. He's got spotty ears. So, yes, Sebastian, what is your view? Oh, he wants to go outside. Knock on the door when you come back in, boy. So, in terms of geological events, all done up with now. The knowledge of prehistorical events compared to what we deal with now. Well, oh yes, it'll be some global catastrophic event, a meteorite or something. Or this is the fact global warming. Don't worry about that. Angry Pagan, that's fine. That chair! Yeah, some people might already know, but there's a story behind this chair. And it was not bought by choice. Oh, sorry, it's a bit loud. It was not bought by choice. Well, the chair was, but not the butcher's apron. That happens to be adorns it. And look at this chair, look. It's a Hillman Miller, the chair is. That's why I bought it. And it was on Facebook for like 100 quid. So I couldn't say no, because they're about €1,300 to buy. And I hadn't had backaches since I had the chair, so goodbye. Yeah, so I had to get one with a Union Jack on, not by choice. So, honest. I'm not flag humping. No. I'm sitting on it with my fat butt. Yeah, so it's not quite the same, is it? So, anyway, where are we? There we go. Corporate state puppets, yes. Well, they are. I had high hopes for Keir Starmer when he became UK Prime Minister, but also when he became leader of the Labour Party, and he's disappointed. He really has disappointed. I'm not necessarily worried about things like the fuel allowance and stuff like that, because a lot of people get that when they shouldn't. It should be means tested, you know. If you want to make it fair, even though it might be a bit of an aggravation, it needs to be means tested. Extreme right-wing nutters said Obamacare was satanic. The thing about Obamacare, also, variations of the Affordable Care Act, has been about for a very long time. How is it satanic anyway when you got healthcare system there for those who can't afford it? It's not perfect by no means, you know. It's not nothing like the NHS. You still got to jump through hoops and what have you. Be criticised. A lot of people are criticising the NHS at the moment in the United Kingdom, but let's be fair. What would you do without it? You'd be paying a shitload of money out. Shitload. Now, our system here in France, that works pretty well. Basically, 3/4. So 2/3 are paid by the state, and the other third is supplied by a mutual insurance policy, which is regulated by the state. So they can't overcharge you, they can't set the price high and all that sort of stuff, you know what I mean? So, and they can't say no. So, you do get cover. And it's cheap, it's not expensive. Because it's regulated. So, it does work. And the French are hypochondriacs. I tell you, every little town in France, no matter how small it is, will have a pharmacy. I mean, you see the little French dears come out of there with like carrier bags full of medications. Oh, there you go. No, you stay in now. That's the voice, girl. Oh, dear, what are they? Right, I'm up and down, just dipping dogs in and out. Normally we have we've got dog flap. You see, we've got closed off at the moment because obviously the weather. So yeah, I've got little shutters on the dog flap. Yeah, I had to build a new door with a dog flap in it for the dogs. That's what you do, isn't it, when you've got dogs, isn't it? No? Right, TikTok and X won the American election. Yes, very much so. Whether it be Donald Trump, Nigel Farage done very well on TikTok, and I've got to give the Reform Party their due. Their marketing is so much better. The message isn't, because it's the same old message, but their marketing is so much better than the Labour Party. The Labour Party's marketing is terrible. And their online presence is absolutely terrible. You see, with Donald Trump, what did he do? He did his rallies. Rile up the crowd. Big up the crowd. That was his marketing. That's what he knew what to do. And also then he's got all these different platforms. He obviously got the Truth Social. And now obviously he can promote himself on X and what have you as well. So there's lots of ways he could promote himself. And he knew how to rile up the crowd. His base. And draw more people on board. People that you might have thought are quite reasonable people. And they get, well, They kind of get radicalised by him. But the Labour Party just does not have that appeal. Now, I know they got 180 odd seats, but let's be honest, it was because they weren't the Conservatives. They weren't the Tories. It was anything but the Tory party. And, okay, you're going to have some devout Labour followers, what have you, obviously. They can't, Labour can't do no wrong. But are they our best option at the moment? I think they are. For what we've got, available to us. Okay, there's Liberal Democrats. There's a possibility. But I mean, ones who have serious contenders, it's either really Reform, Conservative, which is dying a death, or obviously the Labour Party, which is also bleeding a huge amount of people at the moment. Now, that might slow down at the moment because the Reform Party is in a bit of array with what's going on with Elon Musk. And I have to admit, it makes me tickle. It does make me tickle. Because Nigel Farage brought us this Brexit, which has been devastating to the United Kingdom and our place in the world. Our soft power is diminished considerably. And we're not taken seriously anymore. And when you have a Prime Minister that keeps pushing narratives such as these so-called red lines, well, it's the same old, isn't it? We are not being taken seriously. The ministers in the EU are laughing at us. Well, they're not being patronising, but you could argue that they are laughing at us. They say things that, quite frankly, dismisses what Keir Starmer is saying, and Reece, and it's frustrating for someone who didn't obviously want Brexit in the first place. Obviously, I've always campaigned against it. God, I just think it's madness. Just like voting for Donald Trump, I think it's madness. But it's happened. So how do we move forward with all this stuff? How do we? What are the answers? The solutions? What's the plan to actually move forward? Do we try to take a soft stance on those who have been radicalised? But it's very hard when you hear the things coming out of their mouths. Look at Elon Musk, things he's been saying recently. That's not exactly someone who wants to bring somebody on side, is it? When he says Jess Phillips, she doesn't deserve that. She really doesn't. She just needs to be locked up, he says. Accused of being a sympathiser to, rape gangs and what have you. It's not language that you would expect of somebody in power. And for all the wrong reasons, Elon Musk is in power. He has a massive following to over 200 million people on his Twitter platform that take him seriously. They believe in what he has to say. Now, with great power comes great responsibility. Where did I hear that before? So it is a worry. It really is. Right, there we go. Don't forget to boot the old like button, though. Yeah, you got to boot. Maybe the little bell icon, because then you get one fuzzy feeling in your pocket every time I upload another video. I'll let you know. So, just trying to make sure I can see what's going on there. $65 people here currently. Cool. Right. Come. Because I've increased the size of the chat, everything else is out of format on my studio page, which looks really weird. Right. View duration. There you go. What's going on there? Oh, that's good. Right, just double check the audio's okay. Out of format on my studio page, which looks really weird. Right. View duration. There you go. That's good. Right. There we come. Jeanette, well, Marcus, how many of those followers Oh, bots. Now, can you remember when Elon Musk bought the platform for 44 odd billion, and he knocked the price down for the platform because of all, he said a lot of them are fake accounts, possibly bots. Yeah, quite possibly. Quite possibly a lot of them are bots. But there's a lot of people use it. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 200 million. Because a lot around the world and what have you, it's not just the United States. There's a lot of people following. Look what happened in Brazil when Twitter got blocked in Brazil. People were protesting on the streets about it. So it's against their freedom of speech, it was. Yeah. Stop the greed, please. Greed. It's such a negative trait, human trait, isn't it? Greed. It really is, and it's most of our problems revolve around greed, because having wanting what other people have got and more. I think you need to have a certain amount of greed in the sense, what's it greed? Ambition, I suppose, is the difference, isn't it? To be able to push yourself forward, but is that greed? Not really, is it? Greed is literally saying you want everything. You're always bigger than your stomach, so to speak. Take more than you need. I've got a problem with people having lots, but when you go into billions and billions and billions, that's just ridiculous. When you've got 12 individuals, just in the United States alone, have now racked up 2 trillion in wealth. 2 trillion amongst 12 people, when you've got people scavenging to make ends meet, to feed themselves. People living on the streets and what have you. It's immoral, it's wrong, and it shouldn't be allowed to happen. We need Bernie Sanders, that's what we need, Bernie Sanders. He should be the president, I think he was a reasonable lefty. I wouldn't say he's not hardcore lefty, but he's rational. He just wants to make people's lives better. I don't understand why that isn't a good thing. I don't get it. I don't get it. A lot of things I don't get. That's something I don't get. Anyway, Daniel, it's funny markets gained 30% while nobody really got 30%. No, because it all goes up. It's held in our little old bank accounts. We have got a system that doesn't work. It's literally just going up, and we're not getting any trickle down. That was like the bollocks from day one. Let's be fair, that was the way of bluffing us and make the rich really rich, and a little bit will come down to you, and then maybe you'll be rich. And it's all about, it could be us. Maybe one day we could be like them. You've got to believe. No. The likelihood of that happening, unless you're born into wealth in the first place, money makes money, the likelihood is you're not going to get there. There's a few exceptions, that is. But as a whole, no. Elon Musk, his parents were millionaires because of an emerald mine in Zambia or somewhere, It's no wonder that Elon Musk is a bit weird, isn't it? Considering that his father has had 2 babies by his second wife's daughters, stepdaughters. Brought them up and then made one pregnant twice. If that ain't weird, I don't know what is. I'd love to screw anyone's head up, isn't it? No wonder Elon's very messed up. Democratic Party didn't listen to the supporters for the last 3 candidates for presidents. No. It didn't. To be fair to Kamala Harris, that was all very last minute, to be honest. And she was the VP, so I don't think she did a bad job. I just think that Donald Trump just did a better job. Remember, the election was very close. It wasn't exactly a wipeout, like Donald Trump was trying to make out that it is. It was very close. I just don't understand how it got anywhere near. They've already had that. And I suppose they're feeling the brunt of that. And they're blaming Biden for, at the end of the day, the economy improved, but nobody's wealth improved. Because of inflation, God knows what else, everything became more expensive. But the same over here in the EU and in the UK, everything is dearer now. But that's what inflation does. It pushes the price up of stuff. Whether it be energy or food or whatever you buy, everything becomes more expensive because of inflation. And when you've got inflation and no wage growth because of no growth as a whole, well then, quite frankly, it's not going to go down too well with people who are struggling. Yeah, only 100,000 votes in it, says Alistair. It's not a lot, is it? Not a lot at all. Not the country of 350 million people. I know that that's not all the voting public. There'll be babies there. I don't think they vote. All games are rigged, says Monk's biggest fan, and the political game has been rigged to not rock the cash cow capitalist vote for over 100 years. So we do need a radical reform. We do. We have been here before. Not my lifetime, but we have been here before. You know, back in, I've said many times before, but you know, like back in the 1930s, you know, depression and all that. They had to. You know, we've got a situation where the rich were taxed, and the same in the United States with the New Deal. And it all went to pot when Reagan and Margaret Thatcher destroyed that. You know, houses were being built before them. Margaret Thatcher then decided she was going to sell off all the council houses. That has been built. Although it doesn't make a lot of difference to the amount of houses that are available to be lived in. 'Cause in the day, they're still houses. It just means that the property portfolio of the councils had, well, reduced considerably. Tom Cook was feeling unwell, so he went for a walk. Okay. Tom was feeling unwell. Oh, crikey. Hope you're well. Hope you get better. Been watching the Gary Stevenson. Yes, he's been away for a bit. He's been on holiday somewhere. Or he's involved in something, or starting a business somewhere else, I don't know. And now he wants to go a bit more big time. I haven't watched his videos for a while, actually. Not because of the fact that he hasn't uploaded any, but I didn't even look for ages. And then it popped up in the feed where he'd, I'm back, he says. Gary Stevens, he's young, he's a broker and trader, but he's one of the good ones, you know, in the sense, you know, he's a wealthy lad, and he's, but he's quick to have his point of view and put his point of view across. He feels the system's broken. It clearly is. He's quite interesting, actually. He does repeat a lot of the same stuff, but I suppose when you get down to the basics of it, it is very much the same. But he's logical. He's just got a book out, actually, if you're interested. He's got a new book out. Been watching the Gary Stevenson, and that bloke sure makes a lot of sense. He does. There can be no growth until massive wealth inequality is dealt with, and to do that is either obviously have to be enforced. Steal it from and take their money. Yeah, be like Robin Hood. Steal from the rich and give to the poor. Maybe that's what we need. We need a Robin Hood, or we need to have a system where the taxes are relative to your wealth. There's a point at which the extreme wealth becomes frowned upon so much. But we've got monopoly laws, so why can't we have monopoly in wealth? Because that's what these people have got. People in the United Kingdom and the United States, they've got a monopoly in wealth. So why can't we have a monopoly law for the greedy rich? Like I said, I ain't got a problem with people being rich. I really haven't. But I feel that they need to share a bit more and spend more money. Not hoard it. If you don't put it back in the system, well then there's no trickle down, is there? If you're just sitting on it, or put it in some bank account somewhere, or sticking it in stocks and shares somewhere, or Bitcoin, it ain't doing anything. Because Bitcoin's, for such, you know, it's not really based on anything, is it? It's like an internal economy within itself. And people mining and stuff like that. Now, the actual economy of Bitcoin is based on mandatory economy. Like, you know, say for instance, someone, I don't know, has maybe they've managed to gain a whole load of money from some shares somewhere, and then they take it out of that and then put it in Bitcoin. But that's not that then end up not doing anything for the economy, just for Bitcoin. Oh. Maybe later on it will, when it becomes more integral. But at the moment, it's not. It's on the fences. You see, there's no real proper legislation on fintech. There just isn't, which is just ridiculous. You know, and we can end up with a massive situation if people keep putting all their money, everything they earn, argument's sake, into Bitcoin. How's an economy supposed to function? It's not, is it? There's no money for it. The economy that actually feeds us. Instead, you have as it stands, you'll have an economy literally just like an insular economy on its own, just on the fences. It needs to be legislated like fuck. And they've started. In the United Kingdom, they've started this legislation, and they're now, and also they're talking about it in the EU. The United States, though, it's very weak. It's old, you see. The problem is they didn't update that of this stuff. They didn't really know how to. They didn't understand it, maybe. I don't know. Should do by now, they shouldn't they? Should be able to do something better than that. I haven't necessarily got a problem with Bitcoin as a whole, but I just think it needs to be more open. See, the thing is, it's used for all sorts of illegal activities, and you know, whether it be drugs or trafficking. You know, it's used for all sorts of stuff. So it's like an illegal trade going on there. But it's not based on anything. There we go. After the Great Depression, if you made $1 million, $1 million there? Yeah, $1 million income tax was 80%. Exactly, that's what you need. A lot of that money back in the Great Depression went into housing. In World War II, UK tax for 100,000. Is it 1 million or 100,000? In World War II, UK tax for 100,000 was 97%. Whoa, that's extremely high. Oh, Motorhead. Have I got Motorhead? I've got Motorhead. Yeah, I've got one. Yeah. But I know what I'm talking about. Finally, someone who complained about Johnson. Flippin' Johnson. Blimey, that man. He was just like Trump, wasn't he? He wasn't as bad as Trump. In fact, you know, when you consider that, he did say.
So I think he's betraying a quite stupefying ignorance.
Oh, hang on.
So I think he's betraying a quite stupefying ignorance.
Ignorance. Sorry, I got clipped. Boris Johnson did say something about Donald Trump years ago about he wouldn't invite him to London because he wouldn't want to put that on the people of London. They have to bump into him. Or some words to that effect, anyway. How long have we been live for? 1:38. We'll do a couple of hours. So I'm losing my voice. The problem is when I lose my voice, I then can't make videos. And I lose my voice on a daily basis. I can't get the range. So I don't even know sometimes my words sort of sound right. I clip bits off and stuff. Look up the Gini index. That means the measures inequality. I will write it down, remind me. I do know the Gini index, but I haven't seen it for a long time. I think there's a video about it a long time ago. Yeah, the Gini index. Where's it jumped to? Where's it gone? Look up the Gini index, measures inequality. The UK and USA not doing well on the index. There's a massive divide, but also look at the things you talk about all about places like India and China. Massive divide. There's no real middle ground for people. Well, not China as much, but India. You've got the super stupid rich, and then you've got, well, those who've got nothing. Still sending their kids, girls with foot binding and stuff like that to beg. Kipper? Yeah, we've got Kipper.
Coming over here!
Oh, no.
Taking our jobs and our women!
That wasn't Kipper. That's Kipper. Yeah, I still got to do more sound effects. What is astounding is that Labour say that there's no money left, but refuse to impose a wealth tax, which Starmer promised 3 times. Yes, he did, and it's wrong. He needs to do a wealth tax, and if people want to bugger off, let them. Why are people... If you've got excessive amounts of money, why would you have a problem with a wealth tax? It's going to be tax on income over a certain limit anyway. You're still going to hold the wealth that you got. Or as Starmer talking about, oh, you've got this amount of you in assets and stuff, we've got to tax you on the whole lot and just take it. I'm not saying you should do things like that. I think that all these people got they've got stocks and shares and various companies and stuff. I think that needs to be taxed at high heaven. I think also the other things need to be done as well. I think we've got a massive amount of direct foreign investment into the UK. They keep going on about direct foreign investment. Direct foreign investment is bad. It's not good. You have some of it, but it's too much. You know, we complain, don't we, about the oligarchs in Russia and what have you. That's direct foreign investment. Buying up all the properties and what have you. Having their little sex gangs and stuff. But direct foreign investment does not help people. Now, give you an example of this. You know, for instance, what's been going on in Spain regarding all the, what they call over-tourism. The locals hate it, over-tourism, but the national governments love it, because they're the ones receiving the monies. It's just that the locals are the ones who have to suffer it with over-tourism. And it's... See, the thing is, you see, the governments, like for instance in the article regarding these rich buggers, what have you, when you've got all this lobbying going on, and they're the ones all partying, and they're, you know, having all their dinners together and what have you, because, you know, partying with the knobs and all that, they're the ones communicating with each other. Oh, we won't do that then. You know, if it upsets you, we won't do that. They're never cheek to cheek, are they? Cheek to jowl with some factory worker somewhere. They might have the occasional visit, but it's very rare, and most people will never ever see their Prime Minister in the flesh. So where's the relation? They're not seeing firsthand these people who are suffering. Maybe that should be a requirement that every president or prime minister, before they take the term in office, they have to spend time on the streets. Yeah, that'll do. On the streets, somewhere really dire. Or in someone who's living in a really bad place, if it's a council home or something somewhere. I'm not saying all council houses are like that, because they're not. But yeah, someone who's really poor, who's really struggling. A genuine person who's really struggling. Make them live with them for a week. Make them a realisation of, you know, or maybe do it periodically. The reason why the rich buyers here in Portugal are finding out more and more that people are ostracising them, I heard a lot of Brits and Americans saying they were leaving. They've had enough. They've had enough. See, the thing is, I suppose if you are contributing, you're doing something, you're paying taxes. Like, I've got to pay more taxes this month. I hate this time of year. And anyway, we'd not be so frowned upon, are you? If you're part of the community and you're doing your bit, and, you know, I've done a bit of charity work in that here as well, and they see you doing it. Then, well, we don't have the problems anyway, to be fair, but yeah, the Portuguese can be very cruel when they want. Well, you should know, Joe, you should know. They couldn't stand even a 1% tax increase, yeah. It's daft, isn't it? It's daft, Forsten. It's just... They are benefiting massively. They are sucking up all the wealth. They're sucking up all the property. They're sucking up absolutely everything. And they end up, a lot of these people end up being major landowners and put in the hands of management companies and stuff like that. And all they see is the bottom line. They don't care that these places that they now own are actually end up being people's homes. So, I just don't understand this disconnect with human emotion and how greed takes over from human emotion, or if they've got no human emotion whatsoever, because you've got some humanity, haven't you? these situations should humble you. Now, I've told this story before. One thing that really humbled me and my dear missus was sitting in Pret Manger in Norwich, on Gentleman's Walk in Norwich. And the guy there was selling a big issue. And a woman come along, and she's basically getting sandwiches and rolls and stuff, you know, charities, whatever. And so he put it in his bag. He didn't eat it, put it in his bag. And then some migrants, I don't know if migrants, refugees, or what, anyway, they were living on the streets in Norwich. They had big old duvets and what have you. This is in the winter, this was. So, late winter. And anyway, they were walking up the street. He went up to them and gave them two rolls that he had in his pack to them. Now, Caroline, because she's very hard that sort of stuff, she got quite emotional about that. And when we finished our cup of coffee, he used to just get a cup of coffee with a bit of people watch people go past. It's fascinating. So we went out there and asked the guy why. And he says, well, I was in that position. And now I've had a little bit of help. I've been fortunate. So he's saying, I got a little flat, what have you. And I thought, good on you. He's still got nothing. He's pretty much, he's just in a little one bed sit thing, what you call it. He's not exactly wealthy. He's selling a big issue, for Christ's sake, on Gentleman's Walk in Norwich. But that's humbling. When people who have nothing end up giving everything away. As a percentage of his net wealth, that roll, I don't know, it might be 1% of his net wealth or something, I don't know. He's just... Whereas rich bugs, they don't want to... Not everyone, it might be a stereotyping, but many of the wealthiest in society have no interest in helping people. Now, I like the idea of foundations and stuff like that, where money can be put into a pot or property and stuff like that, legacies and stuff, like how a lot of charities run, and how that money is used to benefit people. A certain amount of money every single year gets used to help people. Why can't they do things like that? And use it, if they want to boost their popularity. After all, a lot of these people are, like I say, are narcissists. They're very egotistical. But no, it's all about the money and how much they can have for themselves. And many of these rich devils, they don't actually, when they do have foundations or they give money away, they're distant from it. They're not really involved. They have no involvement in the decision process of whether or not some charity gets some money or something, a car or a vehicle or whatever they need, or wheelchairs, I don't know. So they just do it because that's what they're supposed to do. Or it's a tax fiddle. So obviously there's no tax paid on those donations, you see. Hello, Lee Corn. Yeah, you missed everything. See ya. Yeah, I am clocking off soon, but yeah, it just makes me wonder. It just makes me wonder what's wrong with people. And then we have people like it. We've been talking about what's been going on between Elon Musk and Nigel Farage, what have you. And it's been funny. It's tickled me. But I think we should be pushing back against Elon Musk, because I think he needs to be put back in his box. I know he has to be put back in his box. Yeah, it's cheaper to pay people to spread bullshit to others on news platforms. Yeah. Charlie Chocolate Fingers, Sausage Fingers, is the first monarch to be required to have a driving licence, maybe in 200 years or so, and they might start paying a fair amount of tax. Baby steps. Off with their heads, I say, off with their heads. Podcasters who is paid by shady people also. Well, I suppose that's sort of a podcast, but I've got no shady people here. In fact, I haven't even got any super chats out there. Oh, hang on, it's all gone dead. What's going on there? I've lost my connection. Am I still here? What? Why did I do that? That's weird. I know we were here. Gosh, but oh, there we're there. That was weird. I must have lost internet or something at some point. I don't know. I didn't notice. Come on. Yeah. Oh, we're there. And now, that's good. Then we come. And Joe Lefty is in the chat. Hello, Joe. Hope you're well. Have you sent those forms off yet? Oh, talk about that. I've got to send off my driver's license. They've finally done my been waiting years to do my driving license. We had all the paperwork back to change it over to French. And it's been taking absolutely years. But with Brexit and what have you, what they did is they said, no, we're not going to do any more because they got completely overwhelmed. And we're going to wait until your licenses run out. And my card run out. So we did it. And I just had a notification come through saying we send off the old license. So I better do that. It just reminded me. License, better write that down. I forget always. I'm terrible at the moment. Right, there we go. Not enough memory. I've got shitloads of memory. That makes no sense. Apparently I run out of memory. I don't know why that is. But I've got 64 gig on this machine. My family are beef and sheep farmers. Says Sop the Grade. But it's not a big farm. My uncles in the Republic have dairy farms, and that's a very different nation. Oh, that's different. The dairy farmers, I don't know about you, but they do struggle quite a bit. We've got Dutch friends over here who are dairy. It's not Dutch and English in this area, but they're organic, bio dairy farmers, bio milk. And they have to jump through hoops and what have you. They do okay, but it doesn't take a lot for them to have a really bad year, and then they're struggling. It's a bit of a rat race, really. I tell you what I don't like about farming is the chemicals that are still getting put on the land and the overtilling. This intensive farming, I think it's dangerous and it destroys all the biostructures and stuff. And we need that in the soil. We need the minerals in it. See. There we go. Oh, I see. It's code down. Co-op. Remember Charlie's Pa's driving? Yeah, he likes driving into little girls in cars, doesn't he? Yeah, he smashed into. Oh, I think it was a family, wasn't he? Smashed into the side before he died, obviously. I don't think he's a ghost rider. He smashed inside, pulled out, and inside of a young family. So yeah. Okay. Here, that's Prague. It's 4.5%. Employer pays 5.5% for most taxes, and the employer pays the most amount. How does your healthcare work in Prague? Steve McGowan. Are you talking about employees and like class 4 and class 5, like insurance taxes? So employers' contribution. Is that right? Or am I think of something else? Lucorn says, I'm a patron subscriber of yours and I'm as shady as. Yeah, I've seen you, mate. I know how shady you are. I hope the family's well and the kids and that. I hope they're doing well. I hope is he still doing his YouTube channel or editing videos? I can't remember. Was it a YouTube channel? Gaming, anyway. I think people should have to show who is funding them. Yeah, definitely. Well, you think what happened with Aaron Banks and the Brexit and the Brexit, the Leave campaign. We still don't know where that money came from, do we? How the Leave campaign was funded through Aaron Banks, doing pretty much the same thing as what the likes of Elon Musk was. I'm saying was in past tense. Was going to be doing when Elon Musk set up this. Yeah. Oh look, there's Elon. a company in the United Kingdom called X.AI London Limited. So that makes you wonder that you need to know where the money comes from. Although we would know in this case because of Elon Musk. But Aaron Banks is very sheepish about it. We just still don't know where that wad of cash came from that went into the company that handed over wads of cash to leave the Leave campaign. Foreign interference, you could say. Right. Come. Oh, Daniel, eh? Oh, done already. The value you pay for your healthcare is according to your income, and the poorer you are, the less you pay, or you pay nothing. And the value you pay is that's very similar to really then to the NHS really, I suppose. We have the NI pay, the National Insurance contribution, NIC. I pay a flat €107 equivalent per month as I don't work, and that gets me in the system. And there are no fees for services. Well, that's very low, 107. And any medicines deemed necessary for life are at no cost. All our medications are free, and so is dentists and opticians to a degree. They don't pay for the frames and stuff, but your lenses, you get like prescription lenses. But it's not expensive. My son's given up on TikTok after one of his videos of him standing outside Lidl's screaming at a baguette went viral at his school. He had his 15 minutes of fame and he didn't like it. Screaming at a baguette. What? What the heck was that about? Oh, that's brilliant. I see. So the Portuguese system is very similar to the NHS. Oh, I see. See, the French system is different. So it's a Spanish system. It's basically 2/3. It's paid by the state. The rest is insurance contribution. But it's not expensive. And it's quick. And we get treated well. You know, me and Demis have had food problems recently. Over the last few years. And it's been very, very good. The healthcare is do you know what? You just want to be seen, don't you? You know, that's the first hurdle, but to be seen. And what I do notice that's very different here is they very much they don't have much in the way of middlemen or middle people in the system. Like for instance, if we go to our doctor and we need a scan, the doctor will give a prescription for the scan. And then we'll go to the place where we have the scan, hand over the prescription, and get our scan. There's no other specialist we've got to see in the meantime. So it's done and dusted. And when we go and get our scan, I don't think I've ever been in there more than 25 minutes, including the scans. You know, like X-rays and stuff like that. Never. So quick. Same with blood tests. We have somebody comes around to the house. Usually in the morning, takes our blood. Sometimes we get results the same day in the afternoon, if not the following day, depend on the test. Some tests obviously take longer because they got away with them or something. But yeah, it's been very quick and very good. A bit like Boober and National Insurance. Yeah. I don't like baguettes. They are more into. Les don't like baguettes. They're more into muffins. What? Oh, I think I get what you mean. Oh, you've been a bit naughty. You've been kind of like, I don't know, like a Carry On film. I get scanned at the supermarket, says Doc Davies. Les is scared of celery. What? Gen X. He had kids coming up to him asking him to do the Raw. And now his sister has joined his school. She's getting kids asking if she's his bro. Oh, he's famous. Oh my god, he should have jumped on that one if he got it viral. Oh, that's brilliant. Do the raw. Oh, that's brilliant. And all the workers have medical insurance paid via private insurance that the employer pays a monthly contribution to. Oh, I see. Cheshire up at the checkout. What? A Cheshire up at the checkout. Well, blimey, that's a bit of a mouthful. I'll say that quickly. Right, anyway, I'm going to knock off. And I've got to make some videos, you see. And don't know what about yet. I have got a list somewhere, but I haven't thought it through quite yet. So, what's the time? It's not even. Blimey, this is early for me, isn't it? This is early. Oh, it is. But it is time to go. And I'm sorry there's 50 people watching, and I don't really want to say goodbye, but I'm gonna have to. So, thanks a lot for follow the channel, have you, and also a happy New Year, and yeah, do your best to have a good one, and don't allow all the shit that's flying around to try to get you down. Because there's a hell of a lot. I'm very concerned what's going to be going on in the United States and how it's going to affect us. It's going to affect everyone, to be fair. So that is a worry. So but yeah, stiff up a lip and all that. We're British. There we are. I know Joe's not British now. Okay. Sorry, Mark's biggest fan. You're not British, are you? Scottish. Oh dear. So yeah, thanks a lot. And normally you finish at 2 a.m. says Lee-Com. Yeah, I need to make some videos and I need to get some sleep. I had 4 hours last night after making videos, so that wasn't very good. I still wake up about what time we go to bed. I still wake up about 8 o'clock ish, and I often don't go to bed until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's not very good. It's not healthy, is it? I'm ethnically oh, you are, aren't you, Joey? Not exactly Portuguese. A bit of you. A bit German as well, and French, and something like that. Yeah, a bit of, I was sticking in an old melting pot. And coffee-coloured people by the score. Well, in your case, it's still similar colour, probably. Oh, nice one, Aston. Thank you, my friend. Be good. So, anyway. So, I'm going to say doodaloo and have a lovely week. Now, we'll be going live again very soon as well. But check out my videos. And the members, what have you, on the channel. I'm now starting to... There's a new feature where I can actually make the video public for members before before it goes live to its designated time. So I can do that as well. So you get members get an early video, or get to see the video earlier. Oh, I could get worms out of a minute. I'm losing my voice anyway. So anyway, toodaloo. Oh, there you are. Oh, blimey. Thanks, Spadders, for spaddering. Much appreciated. That is, like always. Toodaloo. Oh, crikey, what haven't I done? Oh, crikey, I want a bit of that first. Yeah. I'm just going to sit there. How does it work? Try again. Broken. Not allowed now. It did it.